Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by our channel. My name is Alan Leistico and I am the youth pastor for Core Student Ministries. I am so honored and thankful that you have checked out our YouTube channel because here at Core Student Ministries we are deeply passionate about creating digital content that helps you stay connected to your church, to your youth group, and most importantly to Jesus. And if you could do me a quick favor, can you hit the subscribe button for us down below? Can you also click that little bell icon so that you can be notified every time we upload a video and every time we go live for Wednesday night youth worship? And lastly, can you put a comment down below and just letting us know how we can pray for you, because we care deeply and passionately about your faith journey and your spiritual well-being. Now let's jump over to our video for today. So guys, I want to welcome you back to our series called Justice for All. And I want to start off by playing a game that many of you guys have played dozens and dozens and dozens of times over again. It's called Two Truths and a Lie. If I show hands, how many of you guys have played that game before? How many of you guys? Okay. So if you've never played that game, it's very simple. You think of your life and you think of two things that are true, and then you, of course, come up with a lie. And then we have to try to figure out which one of the three things is the lie. Very, very simple. All right? We're going to play 10 rounds of this. So someone's going to come up here. They're going to think of their life. They're going to say two truths and a lie. And then whoever can guess the lie correctly will then come up, and they will have two truths and a lie. All right? Very simple, very easy. So who would like to be my first volunteer? Kirsten, come on up. Come on up. So Kirsten, I want you to think about your life. All right? I want you to think about your life. Think about two truths in your life, and then I want you to come up with a very clever lie about your life. All right? Let's give you 1 minute. Not to be under pressure. Two truths and a lie. You got it? Awesome. So go ahead and say the first thing, not necessarily the truth or the lie, but just say the first thing that's in your mind.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
So she's from Chicago, Illinois. What's the next thing?
My father's deceased.
Your father is deceased. What's the next thing?
And I've never lived in Texas my entire life up till a few years ago.
All right. So what do you think is the lie? What do you think is the lie?
Olivia was born in Livingston, Texas, and then we moved up to Wisconsin and then back to Texas.
Oh, so was that the lie?
Yep.
Ah, okay. So come on up, Emily. Oh, it's very simple. You think of two truths and one lie. Two truths and one lie. It's about your life. Two truths and one lie. Very easy, very simple. Take all the time you need. Just let me know when you got it. I believe in you. You got it? No. Oh, okay. I thought you were agreeing with me that you got it. You don't know? All right, have a seat. Who else wants to come up? Macy, come on up. Hey, Emily, thank you for giving it a shot. I really appreciate you. All right, Macy, two truths and a lie.
I hate my brother. I have a prairie dog. And
What was your last one? So she hates her brother. She owns a prairie dog. And what's the third one?
my mom hates dogs.
Your mom hates dogs. So which one is the truth? Peyton, which one do you think is the truth? Or the lie, sorry. Is that the lie? Wait, you really own a prairie dog? That's awesome. Peyton, come on up. I did not know people can own prairie dogs. Come on up, Peyton. Two truths and a lie. Two truths and a lie. Can you think of something? Thinking. Two truths and a lie. Okay, almost there. Almost there. You got them? Two truths and a lie. Let's hear them. She loves her mom. She has a gecko. And she has a Labrador. She loves her mom. She has a gecko and she has a Labrador. Emily, what do you think is the lie? Is that the lie? All right, Dean, come on up. Two truths and a lie, Dean.
I have 2 dogs.
He has 2 dogs.
I work in the sound booth back there on Sunday.
He works in the sound booth on Sunday. You got one more thing. He works in the sound booth on Sunday. You got one more?
And I go to the high school.
And he goes to the high school. Which one do you think is the lie? High school. All right. I forgot your name. Mila. Why did I forget your name? Come on, Mila. Come on, Mila. 2 truths and a lie.
Okay. I love my brother.
You love your brother.
Me and Macy are twins.
You and Macy are twins.
And I have 5 dogs.
And you have 5 dogs. Lily, which one is the lie? No. Wait. That's not the lie. No, it's not, because you and Macy are not twins.
Yeah, we all were born on the same exact day.
Oh, so you're birthday twins. Okay. Okay. Come on up, Lily. 2 truths and a lie. She got COVID. She does not like licorice. Kit Kats are her favorite candy. She got COVID. She does not like licorice, and Kit Kat's her favorite candy. All right, her best friend, Savannah, what do you think is the lie? Is that the lie? Excellent. 2 truths and a lie. We'll get a couple more people after. I got you next. 2 truths and a lie.
I'm over here.
My favorite color is red.
Her favorite color is red.
People at school bully me.
People at school bully her. Red, bullies, and one more thing. She has 3 best friends. What do you think is the lie?
2 best friends.
In the very back. Liam, what do you think is the lie?
Best friends.
Nope, that is not the lie. Macy, what's her lie? Her favorite color is not red. Katie, come on up. Katie, come on up. We'll do 2 more. We'll do 2 more. 2 truths and a lie.
What do you think? I watched my papa die.
She watched her papa die.
I broke my arm in 5th grade.
She broke her arm in 5th grade.
And my mom's maiden name is Moffat.
Her mom's maiden name is Moffat. Jake Brown, what's the lie?
No.
Woo. Emily, what do you think is the lie?
Nope.
You broke your arm in 5th grade?
No, I broke my arm in 4th grade.
Oh, Jake, come on up. Jake, come on up. Yep. Madeline, you'll be the last one. 2 truths and a lie.
Play video games.
He plays video games.
I enjoy sports.
He enjoys sports.
And I'm the
And he's black. Yes. Yes, that's true. Madeline, come on up. No, she'll be the last one. We're running out of time. 2 truths and a lie.
I've been to Mexico 3 times.
She's been to Mexico 3 times.
I've been swimming with dolphins.
She's been swimming with dolphins.
And I have 3 dogs.
And she has 3 dogs. What is the lie? 3 dogs. Is that the lie?
I have 5 dogs.
Oh, 5 dogs. Fantastic. Well, I have some more questions I want to ask you, and I actually want some feedback because I think some of you guys are going to have some really clever answers. All right, listen. So, what has been some of your most outrageous lies that you have said and got away with it? What are some of your most outrageous lies that you have said and got away with it? That's quite clever.
I cut my sister's hair whenever she was asleep.
You cut your sister's hair when she was asleep? That's savage. Most outrageous lie that you got away with.
I told my mom my 360 was messing up when it told her I went 140 miles per hour.
So I was babysitting my little brother, and the door got stuck to the closet that he was in.
Oh, the door got stuck. Whoa, hey, turn me down. That you thought this one girl was pretty. That's actually kind of mean. Yes.
A couple of years ago, my dad was late one night, and he fell asleep really fast when he got home at first part of the night. And me and my friend put makeup on him. And the next morning, he went to his job without looking in the mirror, so he had makeup on his face.
He put makeup on his dad in the middle of the night, then he went to work with that makeup on. That's kind of mean. Now, I'm curious. All right, let's focus. Do you find it easy to come up with lies? Show of hands if you find it easy to come up with lies. Okay. Now, when you tell a lie, do you either feel good about it, do you feel bad about it, or do you just don't feel anything at all? Like a psychopath. You just don't care. Don't feel anything. You guys are a bunch of psychopaths. So emotionless. Or sociopath. You laugh.
Funny. My lie is usually something stupid.
So you feel bad for lying. Well, at least we have one normal person in here. So I want to learn from you. Let's say I don't know how to lie. All right, listen, Junior, listen. Let's say I don't know how to lie. I need you to teach me how to lie. What is the key to successful lying? What is the key to successful lying?
You lie about like little things like really poorly, so they'll be like, "Oh, she's a bad liar." And when you lie, like really lie, they don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so like you think of like small things, like intricate things that, I mean, could be true if it went a certain way.
So details.
Yes.
Details.
All points out.
Straight face. You got to be calm when you lie. So details, straight face. Act normal. Believable.
The earth is flat.
The earth is flat.
You think of a random thing and just say you're gay.
Okay.
I always get away with it. I just say something like a lie. I just say a lie. I say I'm stupid so they believe me.
So misdirection. Incorporate truth into it. Alibis. It means that you have an excuse, someone who is vouching for you, or that there is a reason why this has happened. Well, here's the thing. All right. Not yet. There's been a question that we have been debating for as long as humans have existed. All right. And here it is. And this is our first candy question for tonight. All right, here's our first candy question for tonight. And the question we've been debating for ages is it ever okay to lie? Is it ever okay to lie? No. Why do you say no?
Why lie?
It's a good point. What would you like? Is it ever okay to lie?
Yes.
Okay, why?
My grandmother with dementia still thinks my mom is alive.
Oh,
And I'm not going to be the one to tell her.
okay, that's fair. Is it ever okay to lie? No, but sometimes it's needed. That's an interesting answer. What would you like? Is it ever okay to lie? Jesus says not to. Good answer. Is it ever okay to lie?
Yes, sometimes.
Why?
Because someone might be trying to kill you. I don't know.
All right, fair enough. What would you like? Chase, is it ever okay to lie? Why?
I mean, I think the only time you can lie is when you're in danger.
Okay, when you're in danger. I like that. Skittles, M&Ms, all that good stuff. One more. Lily, is it ever okay to lie?
Yes, because sometimes you don't want to be rude and you want to lie to somebody if they like their feelings.
Okay, so you're trying to spare their feelings.
Feel better.
Don't worry, I've got another candy question for you guys tonight, so don't worry, don't worry. If I didn't get to you, I will, I promise. Oh, life is never fair. Well, you see, this question is so much easier to debate when it's not personal for us. So I want us to get a little personal. I want to take a quick poll of you, all right? All you have to do is stand up if this applies to you, all right? So stand up if you've ever told a lie to be nice to somebody. Okay, have a seat for me. Stand up if you've ever told a lie to be mean to somebody. Okay, have a seat. Stand up if you've ever told a lie to get out of trouble. Go ahead and have a seat. Stand up if you've ever gotten away with something because you lied about it. That's quite impressive. That's quite impressive. Have a seat for me. Here's the last one. Have you ever been accused of lying when you told the truth? Okay. Have a seat for me. See, whether you stood up or not, let's face it, the truth is we are all guilty of lying to cover up our tracks. You know, when we lie and we actually get away with it, you know, we actually feel good about ourselves. Or at least we feel kind of relieved. But just because we get away with it does not necessarily mean that lying is right or even just. I want to tell you a story from my life about when someone falsely accused me of something that got me fired. So, at my last job down in Houston, I'll admit that it really wasn't a right fit. That church didn't fit me, and I didn't fit that church. But, needless to say, there was an issue between a couple freshman boys, and this had been going on since they were in elementary school. And the mom of one of the boys had gone to the church dozens and dozens of times, and nothing seemed to resolve the problem. So one Sunday, we held youth group on Sunday morning. So one Sunday morning, these two freshman boys that had been having issues, they got into it. And so the mom got really upset because her son came home and said he was never going to go back to church as long as that other kid was a part of the youth group. So she texts me and my direct supervisor, the director of family ministries, and she says, I demand a meeting with both of you tomorrow. So this is going to be Monday. So she comes in the office and she is fuming. All right, this is Mama Bear coming out and she's ready to go to war. So we sit down in this meeting and she just lays into my boss, just rips into her, tells her about all the times she has failed her son and all the times they didn't resolve this problem. Well, my boss decides to kind of calm the whole situation down by going and getting her a water bottle. Well, while she was doing this, I decided to kind of have a side conversation with the mom. I had noticed that our oldest daughter had kind of gone through a personality change. You see, when I first got there, she was pretty much a tomboy, all right? She dressed in jeans, ponytail, really didn't care too much about her appearance, but then all of a sudden she changed. She started doing her hair, she started wearing makeup, she started wearing dresses. And so I told this mom that I had noticed a change in her and was just curious about this change. Why was she suddenly changing? You see, in youth ministry, or if you work with teenagers, when any of you have a sudden and rapid personality change, that's always a red flag. Something's going on. So I'm having this conversation with this mom and talking about it. My boss comes back in, brings the water in. She interrupts the conversation and proceeds to continue to talk to the mom about this altercation, this situation. The mom leaves, does not feel heard at all. And once the mom is out of earshot, my boss lays into me. And she starts talking about how inappropriate I was, how unprofessional I was. It is inappropriate for a young man to comment on the appearance of a high school girl. And I was making the mom uncomfortable, and that I was just being the horrible and most worst youth director. Well, I was caught off guard by this because I did not sense that at all. So after the meeting, I called the mom. And I was like, hey, sorry to bother you. When I was talking to you about your daughter, did I make you uncomfortable by anything that I said? She's like, no, of course not. Actually, truth be told, I appreciated it because it means you're actually paying attention to the teenagers. You're taking an interest and a notice in who they are. So no, I love the fact that you actually noticed that she was changing. I appreciated that. No, the reason why I was so upset is because she can't do her job. So fast forward to when I get fired, and I'm pulled into the senior pastor's office with my boss, and they start talking about how unprofessional I am, how unself-aware I am, and when I'm kind of confused by this whole thing, they're like, let me give you an example. Let me share with you how you're unaware of how you behave and how you treat others. And so my boss begins to tell this story. And so I'm like, whoa, hold on. Let's stop there for a second. All right? That's a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. And I know it because I called the mom. All right? I spoke to her after our meeting, and she told me she appreciated the fact that I took an interest in her daughter, that I was doing my job. So this whole thing about me being unprofessional is a false accusation. Well, of course, the senior pastor knew about this whole thing. And when he realized that I had caught my boss in a lie, he, of course, had to do what all senior pastors have to do. And he flexed his senior pastor muscles, and he basically ended the conversation. And, of course, I ultimately got fired, and it sucked, and I got really depressed. But now I'm here. But how many times has that happened to you guys? Have you been falsely accused of doing something you never even did? And then when that happens, what happens? You get really angry, you get frustrated, you get hurt. And the truth is, whether it's a major accusation, like what happened with me, or maybe it's something small, the truth is, when that happens to you, you feel angry. You feel powerless. You feel afraid, or maybe you just feel all of these things at the same time. When you're innocent, false accusations are always going to feel unjust, because the reality is they are unjust. You are wrongfully accused of something you never did. Last week we talked about how when we are facing unjust or cruel treatment of other people, it can be really hard to continue to go down the right road. The truth is, how do you stay positive in situations like that? How do you keep moving forward when your heart is broken and it feels like you're alone? When someone falsely accuses you of something, how do you set the record straight? How do you get justice for that situation? When we're accused of things that we just did not do, it is our integrity that is called into question. And this is our last candy question for tonight. Our last candy question for tonight. How do you define integrity? How do you define integrity? Savannah. Okay, that's fair enough. You don't know what it is. How do you define integrity? Okay, bold. What would you like? M&M's, Skittles, Snickers.
Skittles.
All right. Mila.
Kind of like independent.
Independence. Okay.
Loyal independence.
Loyal independence.
What is there? M&M's, Skittles, Skittles. I want Skittles too.
How do you define integrity? Pride and selfishness. How do you define integrity?
It sounds like it would mean a lot, and it's like it would be read in several books.
Okay, what would you like?
Skittles.
Skittles.
The same as parents.
How do you define integrity? Revenge. What would you like? Snickers. How do you define integrity? Courage. What would you like? Chase, how do you define integrity?
The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles.
All right, Google. What would you like? I got you. Don't worry. I got you. How do you define integrity? Being honest. What would you like? Skittles, M&M's, Snickers. Snickers. Yes, ma'am. How do you define integrity?
When you confront somebody, something that they did that wasn't perfect, and they just own up to it and try to make up for it.
Oh, I like that. What would you like? All right, there you go. How do you define integrity? To be brave and stand up for something. I like that. What would you like?
Be honest. To be honest. What's there?
M&M's, Snickers, Skittles. There you go. How do you define integrity? Honesty.
I was just going to say that.
How do you define integrity?
Can I copy an answer?
Sure.
Honesty.
Honesty. How do you define integrity? That's exactly why I'm asking you.
I don't even know. But those are Skittles, right? I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Doing the right thing. What would you like? M&M's. There you go. All right. Well, here's the thing. Integrity and a lack of integrity can be something like a rock, right? Integrity is something solid, just like a rock can be. But a lack of integrity is something kind of like a squishy piece of rotten fruit. Now, when you drop a rock, nothing really happens to it. But if you drop a rotten piece of fruit, it can kind of squish on the ground. More importantly, if you drop the rock on the fruit, it's of course going to squish the fruit. This sermon series, we're talking about a very specific guy named Joseph. All right? And over the last couple of weeks, we have seen how Joseph, who is the favorite to Jacob, has dealt with different situations when he started off by talking about some dreams God gave him that he's going to rule over his family, to the point where his brothers plotted to kill him, and then eventually they sold him into slavery. Tonight, I want to share with you what happens when you have integrity. I want to share with you what happened to Joseph after he was sold into slavery. You see, in Genesis chapter 39, we see that Joseph is now in Egypt, all right? He is sold to a man named Potiphar. Potiphar, all right, is an important guy in the Egyptian court. Now, because Joseph has integrity, God blesses him. And basically, everything that Joseph touches turns to gold. So, as a slave to Potiphar, all right, he basically increases this guy's wealth and popularity to such a degree that Potiphar no longer even worries about his estate because Joseph takes care of all of it. All because he trusts him. All because he has integrity. All because he is willing to do what the master says. Well, as Joseph gets popular, as his fame rises, as he becomes wealthier and wealthier and wealthier, Scripture tells us that he was an attractive young man. So you've got success, and you've got physical attraction. Guess what happens? Nope. Potiphar's wife tries to convince him to sleep with her. All right? She begs and begs and begs and begs for this to happen. Now, of course, Joseph has integrity. So Joseph says, no, no, no. Leave me alone, you toxic, crazy woman. Well, guess what? A slave, all right, a slave has no value in their world. All right? A slave is less than dirt. So can you imagine this Egyptian wife who was married to a very successful man who has a very successful slave has now been rejected by the slave, all because of integrity. She gets really angry at him and she plots to get revenge. So she takes one final attempt to convince him to sleep with her. So he says, no, you are crazy, you are a psychopath, get away from me, all right? But this time, she grabs a hold of him, all right? And they start wrestling. Well, Joseph manages to get out of his coat, and he hightails it out. He is running away as fast as he can. Potiphar comes home, and he sees his wife on the floor crying. He asks, what's wrong? What happened? And she holds up Joseph's jacket. Of course, they recognize his jacket because he wears it all the time. He's like, what's going on? What happened? Your slave tried to rape me and attack me. And so he ran away in fear. Well, of course, they're not going to believe Joseph's story, all right? Potiphar is going to believe his wife. So Potiphar sends Joseph to prison, falsely accusing him of something he didn't even do. Well, because he has integrity, because God loves him so much that even when he's in prison, he basically has total freedom in the prison. The prison warden actually stops watching the prison because he knows that Joseph can take care of it. And you know why he knows that? Because Joseph has integrity. He has that moral character that makes him trustworthy, both in Potiphar's house and in the prison. And tonight I want to end by reading to you from the book of Psalms, something that I think is incredibly appropriate about integrity. And so I want you to listen to this. Listen to what God has to say in the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. Listen to this. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields fruit in season, in which leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. Guys, when you are falsely accused of things, the only way that you're going to make it through that tough situation, it's your moral character. It's your integrity. If you are like the rock and you are trustworthy, then no one's going to believe the false accusations, the lies against you. But if you are like that rotten piece of fruit and you don't have integrity, then of course people are going to believe those lies. Because why shouldn't they? You have proven that you are untrustworthy. You have proven that you don't have character, you don't have integrity. And when you have integrity, God's going to bless you 1,000,000 times over. Just like he did with Joseph. So I need you to hear this. This is the last thing I'm going to say, and I want you to bury this deep into your brain. When you are faced with such an injustice as a false accusation, know that it is integrity, and it's only integrity that will help get you through that situation. When I got falsely accused of being unprofessional at my last job, when I got here for a full year while I was here, students at that youth group and parents at that youth group continued to call me and beg me to come back because I had integrity, because her lies couldn't withstand my moral character. Now, of course, I didn't go back. I'm standing right here in front of you. But as a result, God has made us prosperous. He's helped grow the youth group. He's helped us change our names from Relevant Youth to Core Student Ministries. He's helped us go to the Dominican Republic on an international mission trip. He's helped us go to Israel. He's growing our numbers here tonight. You see, when you have integrity, God will bless you. God will bless your life, and those lies will not hurt you. Will you pray with me? Abba, Father, I want to thank you so much for tonight. There is so much passion in this room for you. There's so much discipline, and there's so much love and so much compassion. God, I just pray that we're able to grow our integrity, that we're able to grow our moral character so that we can become trustworthy, so that in those times when we are falsely accused, that those accusations go away because people know that they can trust us. God, bless us with integrity. Bless us with moral character. God, we love you. It's in the name of Jesus we pray. Amen. One last thing. I asked you guys what was integrity, and many of you guys struggle to define it. So since you struggle to define it, how do you have integrity? How do you develop integrity? The very first thing you need to do, in your heart, you need to choose what is right and wrong. All right? You need to choose what is right and wrong. Once you have figured out what is right and wrong, you need to stand up for that. Publicly demonstrate that you have integrity, that you're willing to stand up for what you believe in. When you stand up for what you believe in, you need to then pursue God's justice. Because here's the truth. You may not know this, but if I stole a piece of bread to feed my family, did you know that sin to God is the same thing as if someone sneaks into my house and brutally murders me and my entire family? Sin is sin no matter what it is. So when you start to pursue God's justice, you start to pursue things that make Him happy, and you start to pursue things that are right. Not what you think is right, but what is right, because God will always be right. Then you need to pursue mercy. When you are falsely accused by someone, you need to pray for that person. Pray that God forgives them. Love them and forgive them for the things that they are saying against you. I could have easily have gotten mad with my boss. I probably could have even gotten a lawyer and claimed a false termination, but I didn't. I understood that she was in a tough situation, and I was just going to love her through it. And then lastly, no matter what situation you find yourself in, stick with it. Even if it means you lose your friends. Even if it means your boyfriend or your girlfriend breaks up with you. Because it is far better for you to stick with your moral character than it is to be in a toxic relationship and have them pull you down. That is how you develop integrity. If you are in junior high, 6th grade through 8th grade, I want you to stay right in here. Senior high, guys, you are dismissed off to your classrooms. I love you so very much, and I hope to see you guys next week. Hey guys, thanks for checking out our video today. Up on your screen is going to be a link to our channel so that you can go and check out other content that we have created for you. And also there is going to be a link to a video that YouTube thinks that you want to watch next. Now, if that's not the video you want to watch next, again, I highly encourage you to go over to our channel and check out our various playlists that we have, because something in those videos might be what you need right now. Again, thank you so much for checking us out, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.